Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a very long time since I have come back on camera, done my makeup, and I've talked to you guys. What has it been, like a month or two? Let me tell y'all, work, my life, everything has just been taken off in a different direction that I did not expect for it to do. And then also YouTube has been playing with my money, and really taking some money out of my pocket. So therefore I was just like, you know what? There's no point in doing this anymore. But I did see the people who are showing love, and you guys miss me, and I miss you guys too. So here we are. I want to show you guys my updated makeup routine. It is super simple, super easy, and I brought you guys a little bit closer into my skin, hoping that you guys can see everything we got going on. Okay, and I just kind of want to talk to you guys about my life. Like, I feel like your girl is like really close to luxury black girl lifestyle, like almost, but not really, you know what I'm saying? But I'm making steps, but I'm humble, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, but let's go ahead and jump in. The first step I'm going to do is I kind of flip-flop between the brow pencil and the brow pomade. Just kind of depends on how I feel. My brows need to be waxed. Honestly, they have not been waxed. So yeah, we're gonna do the pencil today because it just makes it a lot easier for me to hurry up and boom boom bam and be done. Okay, and to do the pencil, I'm going to be using the NYX pencil. I'm sorry, no, it's the right one. I'm going to be using the NYX pencil. It's in the shade Espresso. Look, your girl's getting her YouTube on. You see, look at that zoom in. Wait, it's not zooming in, but you get the gist of it. Okay, so yeah, this is the pencil I'm going to be using. Very light, and we're going to go in and just fill in the brows. So hopefully you guys could really see the way that I just filled in my brow. They are a little bit thick right now, but that's okay. We're gonna clean it up with some concealer, so don't worry about it, okay? Don't get your panties in a bunch. But yeah, I just mainly, for me, I fill in the natural shape of my brow. I do like my arch a little bit higher, so I do bring that up. But for the most part, I just follow the natural shape of my brow, and yeah, this is what we got. Okay, so my brows are looking very thick, very Eddie Monsterish right now. So we're gonna go ahead and clean those up. I am going to be using the Estee Lauder concealer. This is in the shade Extra Deep, or also known as 6W. Looks like this. I think I kind of did a review on Estee Lauder previously before I kind of went MIA. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I do like Estee Lauder products, but I feel like they give you like just a very natural look. Like, for me personally, if I'm wearing makeup, I'm wearing makeup. If I'm not going to wear makeup, I'm not going to wear it. You know, like, there is no in between. But again, that's just for me personally. Not something that has to be your forte. Just really mine's. So I'm going to take this color. Oh, Jesus, I'm just dropping everything. I have not done my makeup in a while, y'all. Like, be working from home, especially with gas prices looking the way they're looking. Never going back to the office ever in life, therefore I don't need to be doing my makeup. But I'm going to take this, and hopefully you guys can see, and I am just cleaning up my brow. So basically just tracing out the empty space of the brow. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I'm bad at explaining stuff. Like, you know how everybody has their calling of things that they're really good at? That's not really my calling, so sorry if you guys aren't understanding what I'm saying. But you basically just want to clean up using the concealer. This is where you're going to make your eyebrow look the way that you want it to look. You know, like, this is the step. Like, if I kind of wanted a higher arch, this is where I'm going to trace it out and give myself a higher arch. It just really depends on you. So for the top of your brow, me personally, I like to use a color that is a little bit closer to my skin tone. So I'm just going to use my foundation because I really don't have no concealers that are super close to my skin tone. So yeah. But if you want to go in with that same color, I've done that before with no problems. The choice is really yours. The only thing that I would personally say is that I prefer to use liquid over cream concealer, cream contour, anything to clean up under here, okay? I don't know what it is about liquid, but it just, it's better to blend and it's easier, especially when it comes to your brows and your eyes. But I have used cream concealer before, but just blending that out was just not as easy because it is a lot thicker. So, yeah. But again, just a personal preference, girl. If you don't want to, don't, okay? And I am just cleaning up all of this, okay? Again, we are tracing out what we actually want our brows to look like, okay? And to me, like, there's no set rules in makeup. I've never really abided by any of the rules. That's probably why I've had so many crazy moments. But yeah, makeup is really whatever you want it to be. So if you want your eyebrows to be uber thick, you make them uber thick. If you want them to be uber thin, then you make them uber thin. Like, the choice is really yours, okay? And no two faces are the same, so what may look good on me may not look good on you, and vice versa. So just do your thing, just do whatever it is makes you happy. Okay, so now that I have my brows traced out the way that I want them to, I'm gonna go ahead and go in and just blend this all together. I bring mine in the middle just to make sure my brows are a little bit even. To me, that's like a grid line for me, but it may not be for you. But again, I do what I want to do. So like, I know some people who just kind of stop here, they don't go past there. Yeah, that's not for me. I need to be able to connect them to make sure they're gonna be on the same page. And then I'm gonna take that same NYX pencil and I'm just gonna brush out the front. Oh, okay. There we go. That way that line isn't, so harsh, that concealer line. So over the years, I have used a variety of bases. Most recently was the Anastasia Beverly Hills. That was my favorite base ever. I am now back to using the concealer just because I didn't feel like going to Ulta and getting no more. So concealer is what it is. So we're going to use that same Estee Lauder concealer and we're going to apply this as our base just here on the lid. And I'm just going to blend it out with the same brush. Okay, so this is giving me very much, I don't know. Whatever. We're going to go in with the darker purple that is in that same palette. And we're going to try to deepen this up just like a little bit. Because right now that's looking a little crazy. But I feel like, you see how that just created like a nice little ombre? See, with makeup, it is nothing more than just kind of playing to see exactly what it is that you want your makeup to look like. Don't let nobody force you into doing anything their way. Continue to just play with it and see what happens, But I did want to let you guys know and kind of update you on my life. So I changed positions back in December. I went with a different company and it has been really good. It was a lot more money, so I decided to go. And when I tell y'all that my life has, it's changed. I went from just kind of being bored in my everyday life and not having enough energy, not being able to do anything, to now I work out 4 to 5 days a week. I'm able to spend a lot more time with my kids and just really enjoy life. And I have to say that this job has definitely allotted me that time. Before, I was working at a company where I would get up, early in the morning, I would do my makeup and then off to work I go. Now because I work from home, I'm able to get up and go to the gym and come back home and shower and get the kids off to daycare. And it's a lot more, I I don't know, like it's better for me. It's so much better, and I see the difference, and I feel a lot better too. Part of mental health is just making sure that you feel good, like, and I honestly feel good, and that's so important that you feel good. So do what makes you happy, and I think I'm learning the things that make me happy. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm gonna be using the same concealer that we've been using this whole time. It's a 6W in Estee Lauder. Okay, so I'm gonna use that to cut our crease here. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just kind of winging it right now. I'm just kind of going with the flow, see what happens, But a big part of my happiness has come from me just learning what makes Ari happy, just taking the time. Me going to get my nails done makes me happy. I don't go every 2 weeks. I actually don't even go, every 4 weeks. I kind of go whenever I feel like it. But just taking that little piece of time for me it's amazing. It's so much better. I recently just bought me some purses, and I think, what, they say this all the time, that money does not make people happy. Let me tell you something, it's a hell of a start, okay? Because when I didn't have no money, it was stressful trying to put, things together. Of course, I was rich in other areas of my life, meaning like, I can't even say like really emotionally, because I was really stressed and tired a lot of the time. But the extra push of income has definitely changed my outlook on thinking, and it's really helping with my mental health. I mean, it's hard when you're struggling, and you're trying to make sure that this bill is paid and this one is paid, and that means you might be behind on this one. Like, it's very difficult to live in that, especially when you have 2 children. So the fact that I'm able to do things for myself, and the fact that I'm able to do things for my kids, and not have to worry about bills and stuff, like, honey, it feels a lot better. And that's why I say, I'm like, people be like, money don't make you happy. Shit, it makes me happy, okay? It makes me a lot calmer to not have the worries of the extra shit in life, okay? Go back in and just kind of smoke out the edge over here. Just kind of bring that in a little bit. The same little dark purple we were using, just to make sure it's not like a harsh demarcation line. Like, I don't like that. So but back to what I was saying. So working out every day, making sure that I'm also changing my eating habits, y'all, like for real. So this weekend, actually like the last couple weekends, I've tried to eat food outside of like my normal healthy stuff, and it just tastes different. The fact that I stopped eating processed foods, and I make everything at home, and I'm checking ingredients, and I'm looking at fiber, and how much protein does it have, and how many carbs it is. Not that I've become obsessed. Okay, I'm a little bit obsessed, but it's been making my life so much easier, and today I was like, I don't even have cravings for foods anymore. That's how much my life has changed. Like, I don't even have cravings for food. Today I was like, we drove past Tip Treats, and I was like, I kind of, let me give me one of them warm cookies that just kind of melt in your mouth. Let me try one. And I got it, and I only ate one because it did not taste as good as it used to taste. It is so weird. The things that I felt like before I started eating healthier were so scrumptious, don't be hitting the same way now that I've incorporated more veggies and more protein, and it just does not hit the same. There is like this little pink, let me show it, because y'all know y'all be my nerves. So there's like this little pink color in here. I'm gonna try to use this. I may even use the orange next to it, I don't know yet. But I'm gonna try to use that on my lid. But yeah, things just don't taste the same no more, like your girl be wanting to eat healthy. And I started my journey because I felt like my clothes wasn't fitting right, and I was like, okay girl, like this is enough. Okay, because before you know it, your ass is gonna be on my 600-pound life. And yeah, you could easily go and get surgery. I mean, not easily because you really ain't got it like that. But you could make that happen. You could go and get surgery and just, chop it all off. But what good would that do if you're not gonna maintain it? What you gonna go under the knife every fucking 6 months or something like that? Like it was not realistic. So I was like, you gotta do something different. And I had something happen to me. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. Because I feel like this is a judgment-free zone, okay? And I'm allowed to, just, have a moment of realness with you guys. So, a couple weeks ago, I was out and about, and my car would not start, right? And I had just left, I think, like, I can't remember. I was trying to go to the grocery store, I think. Trying to go to the grocery store, and I came outside and my car would not start. And this is part of my problem too, because I knew for a couple months, I mean not a couple months, but like a couple days prior to that, I noticed something was off with my car, but my dumb ass was just like, oh, she's having a moment, like not really thinking too much into it. And I need to start listening to my gut and my intuition and just taking her to the shop before things like this happen. I'm getting better. But anyway, I'm outside of this grocery store and I come back out. Literally, it happened. I be having to thank God, because when stuff happen to me, my kids don't be with me, which is like amazing, because I don't need them to see me have my little moment. So anyway, I'm coming after I dropped them off. The car started. We were good to drop them off. Okay, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna run to the store really quickly, and now that I think about it, like, I'm really happy it happened. I didn't come straight home and then just go in the house and forget about it, because by the time I had to go get my kids, probably wouldn't have been able to start the car. So anyway, Lord, I keep getting sidetracked, my bad. So I come out of the grocery store, my car won't start, and I'm literally just stuck. And in that moment, I was like, there is absolutely nobody I could call in my phone to come and help me. And I had the realization, like, all right, you really don't have nobody in this world. Like, yes, you have friends and stuff, but they all have their own lives. And I'm the type of person, like, I really don't like to inconvenience people. I really don't like to ask people for shit. And I was like, they probably already at work, and I don't want to inconvenience them. And it was just like, at that moment, like, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, you are really out here by yourself. And I think, because people ask me how, like in the last video, I know a couple people were like, oh my goodness, how are you able to just kind of not deal with your emotions and move on so fast? And it's honestly because I compartmentalize a lot of my feelings. Like, a lot of things that happen to me, I'm like, okay, you can't deal with that right now, you got to go to the back burner. And then I don't think about it. I don't deal with a lot of my issues, and that is a problem that I have, that I'm working towards, but I really don't deal with it. Like, I kind of put it in a little compartment, put the lid on it, and I'm about, so yeah. Not gonna really do too much more, because I kind of like it, although I do kind of want to add some black. The black is calling my name. Y'all know how I get down about black. Hold on, because we gotta put a little black, just like a smidget, like, I feel like just a little bit right here, although that deep burgundy was definitely giving black, like it definitely was, but I just need like a little bit, just a smidget right up in here. And I probably should be using like a smaller brush. Let me see if I can find one. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna blend all of this in and just like out just a little bit. And I'm working back and forth just to kind of blend it out. Yeah, boom. Okay, I'm using the NARS. Oh my goodness, y'all, I re-upped on so much more NARS. I absolutely love NARS. Like, now that your girl has come a long way, like, I'm gonna still mess with the budget friendly. I ain't gonna never lie to you, because I'm not that type of girl. But I absolutely love NARS. Like, I love that it doesn't take a lot to get the job done. Like, it's one of my favorites. I love the way it lays, and honestly, I feel like the match is impeccable. So I use this as a primer, but I also mix this into my foundation too. Y'all, the foundation be staying all day, okay? And you know your girl is oily, so let's go. This is the same foundation I've had like when I first reviewed it. I did buy another one, but this is the same one, okay? Every time I think she about to run out, she still got a lot in her. So I put this on like one of those little trays, y'all. I'm not gonna show you on my tray because it's a little bit janky and it's a little bit crazy. So I'm not gonna show you the tray, but then I mix this with the foundation, just like a little bit, a little dab, okay, a little pinch will work, and then I mix it up. And I'm looking for my mixer. I mix it up, and then we begin to apply it to the skin, okay. And then I do layers and layers and layers of setting powder. I mean, not setting powder, setting spray, because girl, the setting spray is gonna save you. So I'm gonna just take what I have. I've already mixed it, and I'm gonna apply this all to my face, okay, as my foundation. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I wound up having to call like several tow trucks and just be out of some money in order to have, you know, them come and tow my car and then me take it to go get a battery. It was just a mess. But in that moment, I think it clicked for me like, all right, if you die today, like, Lord, please don't let me die today. But if I died today, like, my kids would not have anybody to help them. And so it was really important that I make sure that I get healthy so I can be around as long as possible, just to make sure that, I mean, nobody's ever ready to lose their parent, right? Nobody's ever ready for that. And but I wanted them to be able to be okay if something did happen to me. So right now I have to make sure that I am as healthy as possible, and I'm doing what I need to do in order to make sure they're okay. And that was like a really hard reality for me. Like, damn, Ari, it really ain't nobody I feel comfortable calling in those times. Like, I do have a friend, she's in either North Carolina or South Carolina, I can't remember. Speaking of which, like, I'm able to travel now. Like, I can take my kids places, or I can go and visit my friends if I want to. Like, I'm okay, you know, and it took a lot to get here. But anyway, I always call her, and she is always a listening ear. Shout out to Danny motherfucking Lay, bitch. Like, she's always here. Like, I wish that she lived in the same state of me, because that's my ride or die. Like, you know, whatever happens, I know I can call her and cry and be sad about it. I mean, the next moment she gonna have me laughing, but we're going to figure it out, you know. And I have friends here in Texas and stuff. I don't know. It's me. It's not so much anybody else. It's just I don't want to be a burden to anybody, you know. Like, I just don't. Hey, you all. So here we go. Literally, this portion of my face is like super simple, y'all. Like, it ain't really complicated no more, but it's gonna get the job done. So this is NARS. This is in the shade Walnut. I kind of switch between the, y'all know, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Circuit de Urja and Walmart. I kind of Walnut. I kind of go back and forth, you know. So, but right now I'm gonna use the Walnut, and I'm going to apply this under my eye. This is a cream concealer. I absolutely love cream. I feel like it's thicker than the liquid, which I like. And once you learn how to use it, like, you can get so much more coverage, and it just lays all day. Like, I love it, okay? It's nothing more that needs to be said. So for me, I don't highlight like all over no more. I simply just do like my nose, so down the nose, and then a little bit of highlight in here, just to make sure that that nose contour blends into my forehead, but not too much on the forehead, you know, just kind of down your nose. Okay. And I just make sure I get it everywhere that I want it to be, and that is literally it. Like, I used to highlight here and highlight there. No more, because I don't want time, okay? And I feel like, especially on brown skin women, on me personally, a brown skin woman, like, I feel like whenever we highlight here, if we already have like a full face, like, unless you need to accentuate it, you know, that's when you highlight. But I feel like when we already have, you know, space there, highlighting that just kind of throws us off with the whole, it makes our face look too light. That makes sense, okay? And I'm also going to be showing you guys my updated version or routine of setting powders as well. Your girl has come a long way, okay? Your girl is learning. Although I'm not doing makeup, I am learning. Okay, so let me shut up. I'm sorry. And we're going to blend this out. I'm using a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just blending all of this out, okay? And I absolutely love this. I am back to cream contouring, but I'm gonna show you guys, like, I don't just go in with the bar anymore. Literally, when I do my makeup now, it is so much simpler, okay? So less is more is the philosophy that I'm living by, and it just comes out to me just a lot better, okay? Now, I do have a golden undertone, which is why I use golden shades. But again, you want to use something that's going to be a little bit closer to your undertone. So whatever your undertone is, then you use those shades. Again, knowing your undertone, oh, it's going to help you out so much, y'all. It's going to help you. But you got to know your undertone. Okay, and I just make sure that this is blended all the way out. Okay, so back to contouring I go. Cream contouring, that is. So I'm gonna use this. This is the shade Katsina. It is by Juvia's Place. I think it's just a shade stick or a foundation stick, something like that. Okay, but we're gonna use this to contour. But instead of me just rubbing that on my face, I'm gonna go in and I'm going to rub it on a brush and then rub it onto my face. If y'all judge my brush, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I just said I don't do my makeup, okay? So we're just going to apply that as our cream contour, like so. And I don't really contour my forehead anymore. I mean, you can, but I guess I can. I said I'm not, but then I go in and do it. I also do this to my nose, but I make sure that once again we are using a brush. I'm not done blending, just kind of giving you guys the layout of what I do. And this, I mean, you can make your nose as, you know, wide as you want it to be or as thin as you want it to be. And then I'm just going to blend all of this out. I'm going to be quiet so you guys can see. Okay, so this is the step that I feel like personally is going to help your makeup stay all day, and this is just setting after you do concealer and your contour. So I'm going to be using this. I am running out. This is the e.l.f. Microfine Setting Spray. I kind of alternate between this one and the Urban Decay, depending on whichever one I can find at the time. And this is what we have on our list today. So I shake it, and then I apply it. And I'm real generous with it, okay? And then we just kind of let that dry, and then from there we're gonna go ahead and apply our setting powders. So depending on how I feel, depending on how I feel, I'll use maybe two at the minimum. And I use the Honey by Fenty, and I use the Honey by Laura Mercier. So Laura Mercier is a very bomb for brightening up your face. Like, you want to give yourself brightness, that's the one that I bake with, okay? This one is just going to set it in place. And I use this all over. So really now I'm trying to think. I really only just bake this area right here. It just really depends. But I'm going to show you guys how I actually apply it to where it's very strategic. Okay. Once your face has dried, and now we're going to go in and set. And we're going to be setting with the Fenty Honey first. And I use this and I just set. Okay. And this is just me just pushing that setting powder into my skin. And I that under my eyes because I don't want no fine lines under there at all. Okay, anywhere that I apply highlight to, I'm going to go in and I'm going to set. And once again, I'm really just pushing this into my skin. Pushing. Not like a hard push, but like a good little, you know, toot. So before I go in and bake, I personally like to go in and set my contour as well. And I'm going to be using the Fenty in the shade 460. As you guys can see, I've hit pan on this. This is my absolute favorite product ever. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to apply it in the same area that I applied that cream contour. In contouring, y'all, I'm telling y'all, you could really change your whole face shape and make yourself look a lot slimmer, but you have to know what type of face shape you have, whether that is like diamond or round, or they have so many different face shapes, but you really have to know which face shape you are in order to like really get yourself snatched. I do not contour under here because I simply do not like the way that that harsh line looks. Like, I'm really getting away from, you know, the norm of contouring and highlighting, okay? I do contour or set my contour on my nose as well. My nose is itching. With the same powder. And I just go into the sides and I set it. Okay. And this is the Fenty. Okay. And I try to take this like right into the top of my brow because that's really going to be what's going to give it the shape. So try to blend all of that out. Okay, so here comes the fun part of baking, my absolute favorite. So when I'm baking, I like to use like little sponges. I got this from like the dollar store, y'all. These little sponges right here, very ghetto, I think, but they work. Okay, so I take the Laura Mercier, this is in the shade Honey once again, and I'm going to use this to actually bake. Okay, because baking, when you bake, just think of like baking as brightening, and the Laura Mercier is bright. And I used to wonder why, like, what the hell, I'm using, you know, honey as my setting powder, why are my under eyes so damn bright, or why do I look white? And it's because the Laura Mercier is a brightening powder, baby. It has it in the damn name. It's going to brighten you up. So you really just need to use this anywhere that you want to be bright. Now, if you like an extreme highlight, then of course you're gonna set and bake with it. Me personally, I like to tone it down just a little bit. Okay, so I'm taking this and I'm baking under my eyes, and this is just going to bring it out, baby. Bring it out, bring it out. And I'm pretty generous with it. And then I'm also gonna kind of bake like my forehead a little bit. But once again, be very careful with this because you will become a lot brighter. Okay, and I'm also gonna bake just slightly down my nose. And I'm gonna take this into my forehead as well because I connect it right here. That's what's gonna help. Like, I don't know, it just makes it look like, you know, your nose is snatched. Okay, then using the Fenty, right? So now I'm going to take the Fenty. I'm going to flip that same sponge. I'm going to flip it on the back side. So I use this side. I'm going to flip it over. And this is going to be the side for the Fenty. So, taking that. Oh, I got to sneeze. That powder done went up my nose. Excuse me. Whew, thank you. Okay, so now taking the Fenty, I'm going to go down and carve out my nose, but I'm also going to kind of like lightly push it into you know, that Laura Mercier. I don't know how to explain it, but kind of, you know, making sure that it's not like a harsh, I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that demarcation line ain't there, basically. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to cut my nose, but I want her to look as naturally cut as possible. This is like the portion that kind of takes like the longest, y'all, the bacon. And then also, just to kind of make sure there's no harsh demarcation under there, I'm gonna go under there as well and just bake with the honey, the Fenty honey, just to create like a little bit more dimension in my face. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to finish up my eyes, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys how we're going to finish this look. Okay, so I have my lashes applied, and I've done my under eye as well. Now it is time to go in for our lips. I'm actually looking for my lip liner. I'm going to be using the LA Girl. This is the Precision Pencil. It is a eyeliner, but I use it as a lip pencil, and that's just what's going to happen, okay? So I'm going to outline my lips. I'm going to overline just a smidget, not a lot, just a little bit. Oops, if I can turn the thing the right way. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I really don't know which lipstick I want to go in with. I'm probably just going to do a lip gloss, but I want something a little bit bright. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try it. I've not done it before. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. It's in the shade 05 Loyalist. And I'm going to apply this as my lipstick. I think it might be too pink though. Like, I like pink, but like not too much. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Fortune Cookie as my lip gloss. Okay, so to add a little razzle dazzle, I did go in and top this off with the Makeup Revolution lip gloss, and this is in the shade, oh my gosh, I know it's a lip topper. I've had it for a while. I don't even know if they still carry it. I don't know which shade it's in. It doesn't have it on here. I'm like looking. Yeah. But it looks like this, but it's super cute. I've used like all of it, and then I happened to find it just now, and I was like, oh, yes. So that's what I topped it off with, just to kind of give it like a little bit of va-va-voomness. Now it is time to go in and just kind of blend out our under eyes and finish up our look. Okay, so if you've made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, and let's finish. Okay, so now we're gonna go in. This has been baking for a while, and we're just going to pat all of this into the skin. So I'm just patting it. I can't guarantee you guys that I'm going to upload every single week, but I can guarantee you that when time permits, I will be on here uploading things. I can definitely guarantee you that. I don't know if I've already said it, but I'm pushing this into my skin, not wiping it off, but just pushing it. Okay. And you guys see what I mean? Like, all of this under here is highlighted, but then like I'm still blended with my neck type of thing, you know, like I still look my color. I don't know. I feel like it's working though. Okay, Then to add some blush. This is a bronzer. It is also from Fenty Beauty, but instead of using it as a bronzer, I use it as my blush because it's so red. Like, it has such a red undertone. And I may need to go back and get because this is shade Mocha Mommy. I may need to go back and get the other one. I'm not really sure. I might do that. I don't know. So I'm gonna take like my little blush brush. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. And I am going to apply this to the tops of my cheeks. Okay. And just blend that in. I don't highlight my nose anymore because I feel like it's already, like snatched enough with us highlighting and contouring around it. So I'm just going to leave that. Probably going to add like a little bit of blush though to the tip. And then I just kind of go in and just make sure all that powder and stuff is all gone, because now here comes the final portion that's going to make all of this look like skin, and it's also going to just put everything in place. Okay, so we're going to go back to our setting spray. Whatever setting spray you use, e.l.f. is just what I have. I do use Urban Decay every once in a while, but e.l.f. is really good, so I use e.l.f. too. But we're just going to apply this. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Y'all see how many times I just sprayed my face? Yeah, that's how many times you need to be spraying your face, okay? Well, not really, but I like mine to sit. Sorry. I like mine to really, really sit. And then I'll take a fan and I'll blend this out. So, now that we've made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And give me 1 second because I'm going to do my hair. And then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the finished results, okay? Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. As I stated before, I am going to try to upload a little bit more. It may not be every week, but I'm definitely going to try at the very minimum once every 2 weeks, if not maybe like once a month. Like, give me a little bit of slack because your girl's enjoying her life. What I don't want to happen in any type of situation is that I become one of those influencers who just does not know how to step away and enjoy their life because they're always super duper focused on creating content. That is not the life that I am trying to live. So give me a little bit of break, but I am trying, guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.